Hey guys, this is part 2 of a revolver minigun inside of Ultrakill. Well, this is just me an hour later, pretty much. I decided, why not just do the second part of the video? So, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So, the latest video, we already figured out how to create revolver minigun. And, it works pretty well. There you go, seamless. Works for every single one of the different revolvers. But this time, we're creating an ability revolver minigun. So you see this are the certain special abilities that each one of our different types of revolvers have. We're going to create a minigun, but with that. But this pure charge will also do that. So to begin, okay, we're going to get our AOB or our array of bytes from the script that we already made. So F3, OF, 11, whatever. We're going to scan for an array of bytes and make sure we have writable as gray. So it doesn't matter if it is writable or not. Make sure hex is checked, and we're going to paste in our AOB. Make sure revolver minigun is disabled when you do this. Alright, now right click and disassemble inside of memory region. Okay. So let's use the ricochet for this test. So now, once you have your instruction highlighted, we're going to find out what addresses this instruction accesses. We're just going to shoot. There you go. Alright, now we have our shoot charge. Make sure you have mono features enabled, so I didn't this time, and dissect mono. I'm going to copy our shoot charge address, and we're going to create a new structure dissects. So going to tools, dissect data structures, and then in here, paste in the address that we just copied, structures, and define each structure. Make sure guess field types is enabled, and the size is at least 4,000. Alright. So, we're going to create a new script. So we're going to have our revolver minigun, and we're going to create a new script called Ability Revolver Minigun. And to do that, we're going to use a new instruction instead of the original one that we used to use, using this address right here, gun ready. Let's add to address list and find out what writes to this address. Alright, so the one that we want is the instruction that writes to the address a byte value of 0. We want this one that ends in 00 instead of 01, 00. So shown disassembler, auto assemble, templates, and AOB injection. And we're going to assign this to our current cheat table. So to begin, we're going to change the 00 to 01. And now we're going to look at our structure dissect, and we're going to find our shoot charge. So this 100 right here, 188, that's the offset for the address that we're looking for. So we're going to move into RDI plus 188, float value of 100. So to what we have already, this is already revolver minigun, but there's just one final thing that we need to do. Pierce, no. Pierce charge. No, Pierce shots charge, my bad. So you see that once we hold down our charge, see that it counts up all the way to 100, and when you let go, it goes back to 0. Well, essentially, we're just going to keep that lock at 100 so that the game thinks that we're constantly charging up um, a ability shots, when instead we're just not charging anything. We're not even holding down right click. So if we look at pure shot charge, the offset is 194. So let's do that. 194. And there you go. Pretty simple, right? The only annoying thing is, you see how we don't have any charges anymore for our ricochet gun? We need the script, or we can't go back to normal. We either have to go to checkpoint or restart the mission. So, let's try to fix that. See where it says coin charge, and geez, it's negative 16,000. You see that the offset is 200? Let's just set the offset of 200 back to what it was normally. So, the 3 charges would be equal to a float value of 300. Let's see. Wait for it to load. Looks like that's cooked. Well, let's create a toggle for our ability minigun. So this is the important address right here. Instruction, my bad. This instruction right here determines whether we have an ability minigun or just a regular bullet minigun. So we're going to create a little address that we can interact with inside of the address list, and we can just change from being on to off to determine whether we want ability minigun or not. So we're going to create a label. We're going to name this toggle. I'm going to copy this, and then toggle is equal to a float value of 1. Let's say on default. I'm going to register toggle and unregister once we disable the script. Now we're just going to use a simple CMP command. So CMP if toggle is equal, well, toggle, compare if toggle to the float value of 1. Jump if not equal to code, and we'll keep this right here. So essentially what this is doing is that if this value is equal to 1, it will skip this jump and we will get ability minigun. But if toggle is not equal to 1, it will jump to code right here and it will skip this code right here, essentially making it a regular minigun. Okay, and we're going to add that address manually, and we're going to just put toggle right here. So ability minigun, and I'll just name this ability. We're going to enable that. Alright, well, we set this to be a float inside of the script, and this is a 4 byte, so we have to change that float. So now we have it set to 1, so it's going to be float. But if we set this to 0, it goes back to normal. Let's customize this a little bit. So drop down selection items. If it is equal to 1, this is on. If it is equal to 0, this is off. Disallow manual user inputs. Show only the description part, and then make the vector display values like the drop-down list. Alright. So we can turn this on or off to get our ability minigun, or to just have regular minigun. Well, that is it for our ability minigun scripts. The only thing I'm going to be fixing now is probably the charges. So I'm going to restart my mission and re-get my my charges. So you see, now that I restart the mission, I have all my 3 charges back from my ricochet. I'm going to go back into the memory view, tools, dissect data structures. Oops. Define new structure. Yes. We see that it is labeled under coin charge. The amount of charges that we have for our revolver. So I'm going to add this to our address list and find out what accesses this address. So you see we already have some pretty fast instructions here. I'll just use this one since it's the fastest compared to the other one. So file, find the current cheat table. I'll call this inf ability. And instead of moving the original address into XMM0, I'll manipulate XMM0. I'll manipulate the address before it can go into XMM0 to give it a full value of 300 inf ability. You see? Now I have infinite charges. Now we can turn on our ability minigun. We don't have to worry about losing our charges. Well, oh. Well, the marksman only has 3 charges now, so I'll change this to 400. There you go, 400. And this one looks the exact same. Alright, so we can delete the addresses we do not need anymore. We can delete the original revolver minigun since it's obsolete now. Won't delete for some reason. But anyways, that is it. That is that is ability minigun for us here. I hope you guys enjoyed.